hope it makes a difference. That's why I did it. Because a lot of films we do because we love the idea. But Diplomat was a film I did because I fell in love with the script that I read. And I was hoping that there would be a director that would make the film the way I read the script. And at least to me, I think Shivam has outdone the script. So all credit to him. I'm just grateful to him.
It is based on a true story, and my producer sent me Samir Dikshit and Jatish Verma. They got the rights from this girl Uzma Ahmed. She came to Bombay and she narrated the story of her life, whatever happened to her. I like that idea basically. And then we start developing the script. Then we met JP Singh, who is the diplomat that time in Islamabad. He came to Bombay. He narrated his version. The two stories, one is the girl story, one is diplomat story, how he managed that whole setup and how she is back to India. That excited me while the writing process.
Right, so I'll probably answer this a little differently. So he's a diplomat. So there's a very important line in the film that says, "मैं पेशे से diplomat हूँ, character से नहीं." So he's living two parallel lives. So what Shivam has successfully done is he's shown the life of a diplomat, but parallelly he has also shown what he's going through in his personal life. But coming back to how we developed this character is, Shivam was very clear from the start. He said, I do not want to see John Abraham, I want to see JP Singh. Now, we all know that, I come with the image of being an action hero. I fight on screen. Now, for a director, it's challenging to get, me into that mold. We went into that mold in Madras Cafe, we went into that mold in probably No Smoking, we went into that mold in Parmanu. So we've been into that space and successfully. So what Shivam did was, we had readings. And after we had readings, he put me on to Saurabh Sachdeva, where I started developing myself in terms of the character, JP Singh, body language, little things, dialogue delivery, everything had to be JP Singh because I had met JP Singh. So I had to play him. Saurabh Sachdeva also met JP Singh. So, he studied him, studied me, and he said, how do I make this guy into this guy? So we spent 2 to 3 weeks on just developing me into JP Singh. Then we went back into reading. So when we went on set, we were 99% there. Then Shivam used to just brief us on the scene, but he reminded me after every shot, like after the interrogation scene, he came to me, search her, you're JP Singh, search her. So just with the eyes, I had to search her, look at Uzma to understand where she's come from, And I think the biggest blessing I had was, I thankfully didn't get out of character. Because it's important that the train stays on the tracks. You come off the tracks, you're derailed. So I think Shivam managed to keep me on those tracks. You improve as an actor. You learn what to do to prepare for a role. But you need directors like that to take you through the process. There are some directors, I'm not saying they're wrong, but there are some directors who are very instinctive and say, play it your way to do your stuff. And there are certain genres that you could possibly do that in. But with a film like this, you had to be detailed. You had to be, you had to do your homework. I could not come into this film and play John Abraham. Our purpose would be defeated completely.
See, when I heard the story from Uzma and as well as JP Singh, that story itself, the core of the story, I like the idea, and it was a long process to make this film because the producers and get into their cast and all this, it takes time too. When John came in, John read the script and John liked the script, that's the starting point for us to start the film. and other character, all the actors, we got the actor. It takes some time to get all the other actors in the place, and everyone was involved in the story. They all loved the script, or it's a very precisely written script by Ritesh Shah, and whatever we have done it in between the lines we played, and the individual scenes with the small written scene, crafted scenes, we spend time on inside the what we can get it from the actor. We work on that. We ultimately, I think we made a honest film. That I feel that.
Right now, I'm only on Israel and Hamas. It's like better than any movie in the world, and I don't mean it in a entertaining way, because my heart goes out to whoever's been killed in the conflict. But yeah, I'm just cued in onto that. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, completely. And you know what, I saw this, and I've been learning about it. Sorry if I may, talking about geopolitics, I feel Jerusalem is at the center of every conflict in the world today. And you have to, for your audiences, it's very important. Like, do you know what East and West Jerusalem is? So, that whole conflict between East and West Jerusalem, the wall, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the Wailing Wall, and everything, and the history from 47, and the Abraham Accord, the Balfour Accord, everything. So just going through everything is so intriguing, and these are very interesting spaces. And why I'm saying this is because when you have that kind of geopolitical knowledge at the back of your head, even this character, if he has it at the back of his head, sometimes you don't say it, but your audience knows that this guy knows his stuff. So that's very important. Just when Damascus was coming, a little into shapes. I don't know why. What's gone wrong? I've got this geopolitical anxiety, and like how people have environmental anxiety. I've got geopolitical anxiety. What's happening with the world? Because we really get along. We really love each other. Our energies on set are really high energy, high voltage. We both have the same habits on fitness, getting up early, training, everything. So both of us just always want a positive vibe on set all the time. And I think that plays out into what we do, because a lot of, I don't know whether the audiences know this, but a lot of what we did in Garam Masala or Desi Boys or Houseful 2, and you can ask Akshay this, is very impromptu, is very organic. Like, Houseful 2, Shivam, we were at the edge of the cliff and we hugged each other. We are friends. And boom, we go down. So it's all impromptu stuff that you can't have a director tell you, aise karo. Sometimes it's just the vibe that two actors have and we take off from there. But it's a joy working with him. Yeah.
See the cameraman, his name is Dimo, he has done the Mugbir, and while the beginning only we decided he will do the film, because lots of portions in this film, there's lots of, the Puner is a place in Pakistan, we shot those places in Manali, near Manali. So we discussed about the story, how to do this, and some area we have to shoot in a handle shot, and some with the fixed camera and fixed lenses. So that's a feeling for the lensing as well as the color palettes. We decided a little cold kind of a thing. We get the feel of different color tone. Mugbir was a different color texture. That's a period drama. It's a 2 days time. We had to give it more towards, to get into that.
Also, Dimo's, if I may say so, he's from Macedonia. So he's not from here. So, sometimes, and in certain situations, I think an international cameraman blocks a frame without any baggage.
Right.
Because if you, let's say, for example, you see Bombay a certain way, we have our people blocking it as, नहीं यार ये देखा है, ऐसे करना है, ये अच्छा दिखता है. लेकिन वहाँ का वो जो आता है वहाँ से, he doesn't know. So he'll block it the way he sees it beautiful. So it gives you a different lens. Yeah, I mean, there's no point looking back. You're as good as your last innings. So you have to look in front. Of course, it's very important for the trade to know and people to know your filmography. That's very important. Yeah, you as a person look in front, but people need to look at your filmography. So a lot of people, for example, when they see my filmography, they're saying you are not a one-dimensional actor. You've done a no smoking, you've done a garam masala, but you've also done a force. So, I've done all kinds of genres, and that's the important thing. You need to attempt all genres. Am I good at everything? No. Am I learning with every film? The answer is yes. I learn with every film, I learn with every director, and you grow. Every day you grow. So there's no stage where you know everything. You're learning every day. So that's the way I look at things. It's tough. It's tough when your football team loses, and it's tough when your film fails. But it's life, and you must understand, and that's one thing that sport teaches you, is how to accept defeat graciously. So if your film has failed, you must accept it first. If your football team has failed, you must accept it and say, okay, we've lost. No problem. We'll come, we'll fight. Learn how to fight. That's what life is about. You have to fight. After my first film, Shivam, I was written off. I was written off after my first film. But I'm here for 21 years. So who has got me till here? My audience. My critics may have said something, my trade may have said something, my producers may have said something, my directors may have said something. But the only ones that said one thing and held on to me were my audience. They said, no, we're not letting you go, we're going to hold on to you. So, when you really say this, and I say this from my heart, I'm really grateful to my audience. I'm here because of my people. I'm here because of my audience. And I thank every single one of them for every day that they've given me in this industry.
See, I think it's a right time it's a good time, because the audience is looking for a great stories, honest stories, or we should work on a story, the concept. I think the audience are looking for, because why the Malayalam films are working? The reason is they are not copying story to story. Every story is a different story. They don't have any format. They are telling their story with honesty. I think that needed here in Bombay also. It will happen because audience is waiting for those kind of stories.
And who would be your favorite Malayalam filmmaker?
Malayalam filmmaker, lots of filmmakers. I can't say one name.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
I think it's a great time to be an artist because of what Shivam said. It's a great time to be an artist because this is the right time to tell stories, but it's not a great time to make money, which is also good because we've made our money, okay, we've earned everything. We can't be taking everything and everybody for granted. So it's a great time to be an artist. Take this opportunity, seize it, tell good stories, let money be a byproduct of your story. Don't let the story be a byproduct of your money. And that's the way I look at it. I've always said this, that my success has been built only on my failures. But saying that is my story, that is my journey. I'm not an expert on what's happening in the industry, but my journey has been that some of my best choices have been the ones that have failed. And I don't have a problem with that. If someone asks me, would you have a brave choice with the risk of failure? I'll say yes. I'll take that brave choice and I'd fail rather than succeed with a formula. That's the way I look at it. No, so I have an Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. Did you?
I'm not a biker.
No, sir. This is, I have a 1100cc Shivam. It's a big cubic capacity motorcycle. It's got a V4 engine. It's fantastic. It's very powerful. I've upped her to about 235 bhp. That's very powerful for a motorcycle. The power to weight ratio is crazy. I've got a top speed of about 360 kilometers an hour. Yeah. But I've done only 305, so I've not gone really fast.